Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. I'm James, here to help you improve your English while having fun.
And I'm Emily. Thanks for tuning in today. We've got a great lesson planned for you.
That's right. We're going to talk about food. Specifically, we're going to talk about a family barbecue. But before we get into today's dialogue, Emily, let's explain what a barbecue actually is.
Great idea, James. A barbecue, or BBQ, is a social gathering where food is cooked outdoors on a grill, usually over an open flame or hot coals. It's a popular tradition in many countries, especially during warm weather.
Exactly. People often grill meat like steaks, chicken, hot dogs, and kebabs. But you can also barbecue vegetables, fish, or even fruits. It's all about enjoying delicious food and spending time with family and friends.
And there's something about the smoky flavor from the grill that makes everything taste amazing. So, James, do you enjoy barbecues?
Oh, absolutely. Nothing beats a sunny day, good food, and hanging out with loved ones. But I have to admit, I'm not the best at preparing for them. Last time I forgot to buy meats, and everyone was so disappointed.
Oh no, James. I can't imagine a barbecue with just vegetables. A barbecue is not a barbecue without meat, you know. Well, anyway, now it's about time to dive into today's dialogue for the first time. It's all about getting ready for a family barbecue.
Yes, it's gonna be kind of fast. But don't worry if you don't understand everything. By the end of today's lesson, you will understand this dialogue.
Is everything ready for the big family barbecue tomorrow?
Yep, the steaks and chicken are marinated, and I also bought hamburger buns.
We should also cook a couple dozen hot dogs and kebabs.
Yeah, good idea. We could put some lawn furniture outside next to the grill. I also set up the tent outside so we can hide from the sun if it gets too hot.
Great! I asked Grace to bring cups and serviettes, as she is also bringing 2 big coolers for the beers.
This is going to be a great barbecue.
Oh no, it's raining!
Oh no, rain can really put a damper on a barbecue. Emily, have you ever had an event you were excited about canceled because of the weather?
Absolutely. I remember once we planned an outdoor picnic for weeks, and just as we started setting up, a thunderstorm rolled in. We had to pack everything up and eat in the car. It was such a letdown.
That sounds frustrating. For me, it was a concert I had tickets to. It was an outdoor event, and they had to cancel because of heavy rain. I was so disappointed, but at least I got a refund.
But it's never quite the same, is it? Weather can be so unpredictable, but it always makes for a memorable story later.
Definitely. And today's dialogue is packed with great expressions, but probably a couple of words you didn't understand. So now, let's break it down in language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, the first phrase is marinated.
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 Marinated means soaking food in a seasoned liquid to add flavor or tenderize it. It's a process often used in cooking to enhance the taste and texture of ingredients, especially meats. A marinade typically consists of a combination of oil, acid, herbs, spices, and sometimes sugar. The acid helps to tenderize the meat, while the other ingredients add flavor.
That's a great explanation, Emily. Marinating can range from just 30 minutes to overnight, depending on the type of food and the flavor you want to achieve. It's also important to marinate food in the refrigerator to keep it safe.
Exactly. It's a versatile technique, not just for meat, but also for vegetables, tofu, and so on.
All right, let's take a look at some example using this phrase.
Example 1.
I marinated the fish in lemon and garlic overnight to make it more flavorful.
Example 2.
Their chicken is marinated in soy sauce and honey for a sweet and savory taste.
A very useful word for anyone who loves to cook and experiment with flavors. Okay, the next phrase is hamburger buns.
Hamburger buns.
Hamburger buns.
Buns are a type of soft bread roll, often used as a base for sandwiches. For example, hamburger buns are round rolls designed to hold burger patties, while hot dog buns are longer and shaped to fit hot dogs. Buns are versatile and commonly used for grilling and barbecues.
That's right. They're not just for burgers and hot dogs. Buns can also be used for pulled pork sandwiches or even breakfast sandwiches.
Yes, and we're going to take a look at the third phrase, kebabs.
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 Kebabs refer to skewered and grilled pieces of meat, vegetables, or a combination of both. They are popular in many cuisines around the world, such as Middle Eastern, Indian, and Mediterranean dishes.
That's right. Kebabs can be made with a variety of ingredients like chicken, beef, lamb, or even tofu for a vegetarian option. They're often marinated beforehand to enhance their flavor, just like we talked about earlier.
And they're super versatile. You can add vegetables like bell peppers, onions, or mushrooms to make them colorful and nutritious. Plus, they're perfect for grilling at a barbecue.
Exactly. Kebabs are a fun and easy dish to prepare for any occasion, especially if you're grilling outdoors. And speaking of kebabs, while kebab sandwiches are incredibly popular, there's also a dish called kebab rice. This takes the same grilled ingredients and serves them over a bed of rice, making for a hearty and satisfying meal. It's a creative way to enjoy kebabs in a different style.
That's right. Oh, James, talking about food is making me hungry.
Yeah, me too. But it's time to listen to the dialogue for the second time.
Pay close attention to the phrases we've explained.
Is everything ready for the big family barbecue tomorrow?
Yep, the steaks and chicken are marinated, and I also bought hamburger buns.
We should also cook a couple dozen hot dogs and kebabs.
Yeah, good idea. We could put some lawn furniture outside next to the grill. I also set up the tent outside so we can hide from the sun if it gets too hot.
Great! I asked Grace to bring cups and serviettes, as she is also bringing 2 big coolers for the beers.
This is going to be a great barbecue.
Oh no, it's raining!
So, Emily, do you have any special memories from a barbecue you attended?
Oh, yes. I remember one time my family decided to have a surprise barbecue for my cousin's birthday. Everything was going perfectly. We had steaks, kebabs, and even homemade lemonade. But right in the middle of grilling, we ran out of charcoal.
Oh no, what did you do?
Well, my uncle, who's always resourceful, decided to use some wood from an old tree we had in the backyard. It actually worked really well, but the food ended up with a slightly smoky, almost campfire-like flavor.
That sounds like an unexpected twist. Was everyone okay with the taste?
Surprisingly, yes. Everyone loved it, and we joked about how it was our special recipe for years afterward. But I learned an important lesson. Always double-check your supplies before starting a barbecue.
Yeah, right. But it just goes to show that even when things don't go as planned, barbecues can still make wonderful memories. All right, thank you for sharing a great story, Emily. And now we're going to take a look at some phrases we haven't explained yet.
Okay, today's fourth phrase is a couple dozen.
A couple dozen.
A couple dozen.
A couple dozen of something means approximately 24 of something, as a dozen refers to 12. The phrase a couple dozen is a casual way to estimate a quantity, often used in informal conversations.
That's right. For example, if someone says, "We should also cook a couple dozen hot dogs," they mean about 24 hot dogs, but it could be slightly more or less depending on the context.
And in spoken English, the of in a couple dozen of something is sometimes omitted, making it sound even more casual. For example, instead of saying a couple dozen of cookies, people might just say a couple dozen cookies.
It's a handy expression when talking about preparing food, buying groceries, or estimating amounts for a group.
And speaking of dozens, there's another related phrase, Half dozen. This means 6 of something, as half of 12 is 6. It's a simple and casual way to describe smaller quantities.
Right. Both couple dozen and half dozen are practical phrases that you can use in everyday conversation.
All right, what's the next one?
The next phrase is lawn furniture.
Lawn furniture.
Lawn furniture.
Lawn furniture refers to furniture designed for outdoor use, typically placed in yards, gardens, or patios. It's often made of materials like wood, metal, or plastic that can withstand various weather conditions.
That's right. Common examples of lawn furniture include chairs, tables, benches, and loungers. Some even come with cushions or umbrellas for extra comfort.
Lawn furniture is perfect for barbecues or any outdoor gatherings because it provides a comfortable place for people to sit and enjoy their meals.
Okay, now we're taking a look at the final key phrase for today's episode.
Yes, the last phrase is serviette.
Serviette.
Serviette. Serviette is another word for napkin, commonly used in British English and some other English-speaking countries. It refers to a piece of cloth or paper used to wipe your hands or mouth during a meal.
That's right. In American English, people generally say napkin, but serviette is more common in British and Canadian English. Both words mean the same thing, so it's just a regional difference.
It's a small but important item for any meal, especially when eating outdoors at a barbecue.
Exactly. Now you'll know what to ask for, no matter which version of English you're using.
All right, that's all for today's key phrases. Now, let's listen to the dialogue one last time. This time, you should be able to fully understand its content.
Let's listen.
Is everything ready for the big family barbecue tomorrow?
Yep, the steaks and chicken are marinated, and I also bought hamburger buns.
We should also cook a couple dozen hot dogs and kebabs.
Yeah, good idea. We could put some lawn furniture outside next to the grill. I also set up the tent outside so we can hide from the sun if it gets too hot.
Great! I asked Grace to bring cups and serviettes, as she is also bringing 2 big coolers for the beers.
This is going to be a great barbecue.
Oh no, it's raining!
So, how did you find today's lesson? Did you enjoy learning about all those barbecue-related phrases?
I hope so. Even though it might not be barbecue season for some of you, we hope you still found the lesson fun and useful. After all, barbecues bring people together no matter the time of year.
That's right. And now, we'd love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's episode and share your favorite barbecue memories in the comments below. We'd love to read your stories.
Absolutely. It's always great to connect with you and hear about your experiences.
All right, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye.
Bye.